How's it going, guys? Just wanted to do a quick little talk about the OCG Banlist. I'm sure some of you guys have already seen it and checked it out, but just wanted to sort of give you my opinions on it and see maybe how it's going to affect their format, and try to not make too many predictions about our ban list because they do tend to be pretty different. I think that the OCG ban list has sort of diverged away from ours pretty far in the recent past, with Honest going to 2 and Cyberstein coming back off of the list and things like that. So the changes that were made in the OCG is they limited Moral Attack, they limited Armageddon Knight, they limited Dragon Ravine, Dragon Shrine, and Needlebug Nest. I think that Dragon Ravine and Dragon Shrine both to 1 doesn't make the Dragon deck too terribly viable. Their format has been almost entirely dominated by Shadows, and Dragons can't really do too much against Midrash. They do have, pretty big attack, and they can usually attack over the Midrash, but other than that, they can't really spam the field like they want to. They have to sort of make plays to get over Midrash before they can make the plays that they actually want to make. So maybe they thought that that wouldn't hurt to give Dragons a little bit of support back. I don't know if that's going to happen over here. Like I said, I don't try to make too many sort of comparisons between this list and what we might get in August or September, I guess. But going on to semi-limited, a semi-limited Evil Swarm of Ion, Elemental Hero Bubbleman, Chronomaly, Nebradisk, Six Sam, Xian, Wind Up Shark, TG Striker, Mizuki, and Abyss Sphere. There was a lot of changes to this, if I remember right from what they had. They, I think bringing Xian back to 2 is fine. I don't think that Six Sams are going to do anything crazy, again, especially since their format is still dominated by Shadows, which, going back to the limited cards, they did address the some of the Shadow support cards like Armageddon Knight and Needlebug Nest to try and slow down that deck a little bit. I know that, they've been a pretty dominating force in the OCG ever since they came out, pretty much. Going on to Unlimited, they unlimited Chaos Sorcerer, Plague Spreader, Cyberstein, Rescue Rabbit, Tenki, Royal Tribute, Black Whirlwind, and Sacred Sword of 7 Stars. The only one in this that really sticks out to me is Royal Tribute. I know a couple of my friends played Gravekeepers, and going turn 1 into Royal Tribute against most decks is basically an auto win, more or less, unless you're going up against a hat deck that has a really low monster count. Royal Tribute is extremely powerful. Maybe it's not so in the OCG, especially since, Shadows do a lot of recycling, and they utilize their grave pretty well, and sometimes they can work without monsters a little bit, depending on the other sort of support that they have. Rescue Rabbit to 3 is kind of cool. I'm a big fan of Dino Rabbit. If you guys watched my ban list predictions video, you saw that I would actually like to see Rescue Rabbit to come back to at least 2. 3 might be a little much with us since we do have 3 Tour Guide, but I still don't think that Dino Rabbit's going to have any sort of major revival, since, the big players coming out in August, Shadows and Satella Knights, they have a pretty favorable matchup against Dino Rabbits, because with Midrash out, you can't really go, Rabbit into Kabazul into Logia, because you've already burnt your 1 special summon with Rabbit, and not to mention that also Satella Knights, their boss monster, Delta Theros, or however you pronounce it, has 25 attack, which is, bigger than the Evolves are. So I don't think that it's going to have a huge resurgence, but I would like to see on our list that it come back to at least 2, just, so that it is playable for the people that did like the archetype and, had fun with the deck, because it's pretty unplayable at this point. Other than that, I think really with this list, they were just trying to deal with Shadows. Like I said several times, that deck really just swept the entire format in OCG as far as my understanding. Obviously, I live in the good old US of A, and I really don't know how that format is over there and how they've dealt with different things, but from what I've heard, Shadows and Satellanite with Star Seraphs have been the top 2 decks in the OCG for a while now, and we will be getting those cards here pretty soon in the Duelist Alliance. So we have to start considering those things and thinking about how they're going to impact our format. Maybe in August we'll get some preemptive hits to sort of keep Shaddolls from dominating like they did in the OCG. We might get something like Armageddon Knight and Needlebug Nest hit in some way for us as well. It's hard to tell at this point. It's still pretty early. We got about 2 more months probably before we'll get our ban list released, and then about 2.5 months before it'll be effective. So we'll keep you guys updated, and let me know what you think about the OCG ban list, if you have any more insight on their meta and maybe why they made some of these decisions. One of the decisions that I've talked with some of my friends about is hitting Moral Attack over Sanctum. A lot of people in their ban list predictions have put Sanctum to 1 or even Sanctum to 0, and obviously Sanctum is a facilitating card for something like Moral Attack, and specials from deck, obviously we've said before, is a very good effect for any archetype to have. But I think one of the main reasons they hit Moral Attack instead of Sanctum is because of Shaddolls. They were attacking the artifacts and using them because they're all light and they can use it with their light fusion. So that could be one of the reasons. It probably is the main reason, but let me know what you guys think about this list, and we'll keep you updated on any news that we find for our list coming up in September. Thanks, guys.